Welcome back to Coffee and Tea with CarrieVee. I'm CarrieVee, your biggest fan, and this podcast is all things communication and leadership. Today, let's dig into the matter of respect. And I believe that respect is all about communication. What we are communicating to each other either shows respect or it shows disrespect. So recently, I flew to Los Angeles, and on my flight from a leg from Dallas to LA, I was sitting next to someone who was just very engrossed in what she was doing, which was fine. I get engrossed in what I'm doing on a plane too. But when we got up to leave, when we got up to deboard the plane, I looked I looked over to kind of look out the window, and shoved in the seat of the seat back pocket was all this trash. Now, if you've ever flown, you know that the flight attendants come by and collect your trash multiple times throughout the flight, but especially at the end, they're coming back and forth 2 or 3 times to collect your trash. And they even say to check your seat packet, your seat back pocket, and make sure that you empty it of your personal belongings, of trash. She had, I don't know where all this trash was, but before we got up to deboard the plane, she shoved it all in the seat back pocket. And I wish, I wish that I had said something. I kept quiet, but in my mind, I was thinking, what are you doing? I wish I could go back and say something just to ask her. I don't even know. Like, give me some feedback. How would you have handled this situation if you were in my shoes? I wish that I had at least reached over and taken the trash and taken it off. Because here's the thing, just because, just because someone is going to come in and clean the plane does not mean that you should leave your garbage for them to pick up. Just because someone is going to come in and clean your hotel room doesn't mean you should leave it a complete mess with towels everywhere, and maybe you dropped makeup and you just leave it all over the floor. It doesn't mean that you leave a mess. Just because someone is going to clean your Airbnb or your timeshare doesn't mean that you should leave it a mess. Just because someone is going to pick up your carts or pick up the carts and take them back to the store doesn't mean that you should leave your cart in some random place in the whole parking lot. Just because someone will come and put all those clothes back doesn't mean that you should leave the fitting room a mess when you leave. It is a matter of respect. And when you are disrespectful, you are communicating that disrespect to that other people, that other person, those other people. And I'm seeing it more and more and more. Just because someone is quote unquote supposed to bring you your food in a restaurant or pick you up in the Uber and Lyft doesn't mean that they don't deserve a thank you. Just because someone made your coffee and hands it to you and they are quote unquote supposed to do that doesn't mean that you shouldn't say thank you. These are simple, simple things that we can do. It is not that hard. And yet, when I look around me, I see more and more and more that disrespect is becoming a norm. And we need to be, as great leaders, as great connectors, as great communicators, we need to be part of the solution to this problem. I mean, I could sit here for the next hour and complain about this, but what good would that do? None. We get to be part of the solution. We get to be mentors. We get to model the behavior that we want to create in the world around us. And that is all about communication. That is all about leadership. Put your card away. Hang things up in the fitting room. They might have a rack where you put everything back, but leaving it in a mess all over the fitting rooms, that is certainly not the best way, the right way to do it. Not saying thank you, not saying please, not reaching out and helping when there is an opportunity to help. Pick up after yourself. These are all things that we can model to the people around us. And I don't believe that it is a certain age group. I'm not going to blame the young people of today. I see it in all age groups. I have been observing this for a couple of months, and it has really made me focus on and be aware of what I am doing. And it has encouraged me to step up my game and be better, be a better human being. Every single day, I want to be a better human being. Every single day, I want you to become a better human being. When we are walking in our authentic power, when we are becoming the best version of ourselves, that helps us create better around us. And then they create better around them. And it has this ripple effect. What are you communicating with your actions? What are you communicating with your words? Let's be a part of the solution. Let's spread common decency, common respect. Pick up after yourselves. Say please, say thank you. It is not that hard. Communication is a wonderful, wonderful way. Tapping into communication is a wonderful, fantastic, fabulous way to build yourself as a human being, to step into your power and to become the best version of yourself that you can possibly become. I am launching a communication mastermind, a 6-week mastermind. We are launching on, or we begin on February 26th. You can sign up now. Early bird discount is in effect, $100 off. It is $350 for the 6 weeks right now. After February 14th, it will go up to $450. You will receive a copy of John Maxwell's book, The 16 Irrefutable Laws of Communication. In addition, you will receive your own DISC communication impact report and a one-on-one assessment with me going over that report. This is going to be a powerful, powerful mastermind. I have done my best to keep the price point down so that more people can come in because I am passionate about this subject. Communication is needed, and we are not being effective in our communication. So let's learn about communication so we can go out there and be a part of the solution rather than perpetuating the problem. This is a communication mastermind kicking off February 26th for 6 weeks. If you can't make the calls live, all of them will be recorded and sent to you. You get your DISC impact communication report, and you get a copy of the 16 Irrefutable Laws of Communication written by John Maxwell. That will be our curriculum for the mastermind. I would love to see you there. Let's be part of the solution and get rid of this problem of communicating disrespect. It is all about communication. Your journal prompt for today: what am I communicating with my actions? What am I communicating with my actions? I'm CarrieVee. I am your biggest fan. And I want you to be able to step into your power and become the person that you were created to be, filling all the space you were created to fulfill. I love you, and I will see you soon.